Hi you guys, this is Brooke with Seaside Guidance, here to do a message for fire signs for the coming week, Aries, Leo, Sag. So also since it's October, I went ahead and got out my Vampire deck and also the Everyday Witch Oracle, which I will use for you guys. So we have Burnt by the Sun, Ambition, Extension, and Reach. So this is, I think, more related to career. So some of you could be 8, 9, 10. And also, sorry, I just saw the number 28 there as well. And the number 8 plus 2 goes to 10. 10 is completion. So some of you guys may be trying to get a promotion and doing what you can. Doing what you can to be able to excel and to succeed with work. Let's keep going. Redemption, absolution, forgiveness, penance. So some of you, and you could have Aries in your chart too, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So some of you may be needing to reach out to somebody to apologize. There might have been a relationship that you think is possibly over. And by reaching out to them to ask for forgiveness, or them reaching out to you to ask for forgiveness, you take it how it resonates. But this is hoping that by this forgiveness, that by this, whatever ended, because remember that 2 plus 8 is 10. So whatever has ended, somebody with the past, but going back and asking for forgiveness, it's like you're hoping that that's going to give some new life into the relationship. So second chance, I just heard second chance. Somebody's wanting a second chance. Saying goodbye, we have death rites. Saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. Something has definitely ended. And it seems by these cards that something ended, but somebody maybe didn't want it to end. Saying goodbye to, okay, so 3, this may involve possibly a third party. It just was brought to my attention about the 3 people. But something has to end in order for something else to begin. And something that has ended that somebody was wishing that did not end is needing to go back and try to redeem themselves and ask for forgiveness. All right, let's see where else we go. And then take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's go to the Everyday Witch Oracle. What messages do you have, please, for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag? Excuse me if you hear my dog in the background. She tends to get active whenever I start recording for whatever reason. Who knows? Meditation to dig deep. So there's possibly some wounds from the past that need to be worked on. And it's funny. Well, I guess it's not funny, but I was just reminded of, there was somebody that I actually had a message from Spirit for someone about a dog digging in a hole, and it was about getting to the inner child work. And that was just brought to my attention too, because see this dog that's digging? So some of you may have pain from your past that is very deep. And some of it is, and that was the one thing for the other message I had for somebody else was that there was some pain, some inner childhood wounds that were maybe buried so deep that they didn't realize that those things were even there still. And by, you know, and I was given the visual of the dog digging into the ground like this and not realizing that there was a bone in the bottom of the ground. And when the dog dug as hard as he could and hurting his little paws, trying to get as deep as he could, and found this bone in the ground, and then the bone ended up being the prize, which was the healing that this person was going to receive, and being able to move forward in your life with just a lighter load, and knowing that whatever you have from your past, that you have forgiven yourself, or you have forgiven whoever it is that did something to you. And the prize is that healing and being able to move forward in your life and not have those types of things buried down deep inside anymore. So let's keep going. What other messages do you have, please, for Aries, Leo, Sag? Affirmation for acceptance. So, yeah, so some of you, okay, and see on this card where it says fate. And also the top of the dice is 7. And 7 is an extremely spiritual number. So okay, so whatever you're needing to dig down deep inside, and whatever it is from your past, if you think of, you know, what one thing comes to your mind that you think would have maybe tarnished you as an adult that possibly happened in your childhood. And whatever that thing is, part of your fate, part of your destiny is healing that. And by doing that, you know, possibly, depending on what it is, but possibly you've rejected yourself and have had a hard time accepting yourself and who you are because of the things you may have experienced, or even maybe some of the things you may have done in the past. But you have to remember that, you know, everybody has a past. But that's why it's past, right? So we can leave it in the past and we can go forward. But part of the way that you need to go forward is by accepting whatever it was that happened, finding forgiveness, right? Finding forgiveness, forgiving whoever maybe had wronged you, or also maybe forgiving yourself for anybody maybe you have wronged. And by doing that, you're going to be able to shadow work. So the word shadow work just came in my head. So somebody is needing to do some shadow work and dig up whatever it is that's buried deep within that may be holding you back. But something that you're either needing to forgive someone for or ask for forgiveness for. And as you do that, you're able to accept yourself and who you are and be able to move forward in abundance. And so you need to have the ambition that you would with work or anything else, but you need to have that same type of ambition and apply that to yourself, and to do in that inner child work or that inner work, whatever that shadow work is. It's, you know, dedicating, you go and you're ambitious with work and you want to do a good job, you want to grow. Well, you need to also treat yourself with that much regard, right? And hold yourself even higher than you would your job, wanting to make sure that you are doing the best job for yourself, within yourself, and focusing on that healing. See if anything else comes out. Any other messages, please, for Aries, Leo, Sag? cleansing, body and spirit. Yeah, so somebody is needing to do some healing and also releasing. So a detox bath, that just came in my mind. So a salt bath, a salt cleanse, possibly whatever, after you do the shadow work and this cleansing, like also cleanse your body. It's like cleansing your soul. So that you can, and look that up, either on YouTube, or I'm sure that if you Google, you'll find something about, spiritual bath cleanses, and whatever one you feel makes the most sense depending on what your situation is, because everybody's different, that you're doing that and you're showing yourself some self-love too. But it's like cleansing your body. It's like you cleanse the inside of your body, then cleanse the outside also. Just for a whole new beginning. I just heard new beginning. I think something else flipped. Plant the seeds. Yep. And as you do that, then you're going to be able to plant new seeds, replacing the things that possibly had weighed you down, the things of your past that you're needing to release. And then you make room for declutter. I just heard the word declutter. So then you make room for the, planting new seeds, making new memories, being able to, when you cleanse all that out of you, it opens up space. Just think about decluttering a house, right? So if you go to a closet and there's a whole bunch of junk in there, that some stuff that's been buried for years, you didn't even know was there, when you start taking all those things out of this cluttered closet, and then it makes space for new things, right? So it's almost like Spirit is saying that you need to do the work within to dig up anything that, whatever it is that you're thinking in your mind that's making sense for you, and while I'm saying this, then that is the thing, or at least one of the things, probably the most major thing that you need to do to cleanse the inside of you, to be able to plant new seeds and have new memories and start a new life and have a new beginning with whatever it is. But it's, getting the dirt out so you can plant new things, so new things can grow. And sometimes things that we have buried down deep can prevent our growth. Sometimes it puts a fear in us, or, it makes us doubt ourselves, whatever. Maybe it was like a parent that told you, and I'm just making this up, but maybe it was a parent that said, oh, well, you're not going to be good for that, or you're not going to, you're not smart enough for that. Or if you had someone, maybe you had a parent that left or something, and then, you're like, well, I don't want to commit to this because this happened before in my past, and somebody left before, and that might happen again. Like whatever it is, it's is releasing, because everybody's different, right? So just because somebody did something to you in the past, it doesn't mean that somebody else is going to come and do that same thing. And releasing that fear will help you be able to move forward in faith. And there may be situations that aren't perfect, but you're never going to know unless you take a chance, right? It's almost like taking a risk for whatever it is that comes up, that maybe you would have withheld before going towards that thing because of maybe something in your past. Okay, let's see. Where am I headed here? All right, I'm going to get these little guys. I actually don't even remember what this deck is even called, but I like it. And I use it pretty often. Messages you have, please, for Aries, Leo, Sag. But this is an awesome message, healing the past and opening up space for new beginnings and stepping forward in faith and not letting fear hold you back. That's awesome. We have vision popped out, and Ooh, that one went on the floor. All right, let's see. Beauty. So it's almost like whatever this thing is that's inside of you that you're going to dig up, you're going to do the work, you're going to release whatever it is possibly that held you back, is going to just open up, like, just like beauty with inside of you. You know, think about, okay, so in my mind just came like a garden, just came up in my mind, and weeds. And if you think like you have flowers that are trying to grow inside of you, but then you have these weeds that are like choking these flowers out, that's like this past stuff that you need to release. Then, you know, when you pull the weeds out, then you have these beautiful flowers that will grow, right? Hold on. So we have forever, and we have romance. So some of this has to do with love, being able to move forward with love, and maybe there was some sort of damage that was done in the past with a past love, or maybe you are having, you know, trust issues or something because you feel like you couldn't trust somebody in the past. So now you feel like you can't trust anybody else in the future. And it's talking, you know, this is talking about releasing that. So you can have romance and love. And it's not, you know, it's going forward and just loving something in full capacity and not letting any weeds choke it out. Does that make sense? But it's like spirit has this vision for you, and it's like you need to align yourself with that vision. In this kindness card, don't be skeptical of people's kindness, I guess, is what I'm feeling. And trust the vision. Trust that by doing the work, you are going to be able to move forward, and Spirit's going to be able to open up all kinds of new things for you, possibly even including a romance that could be a romance of a lifetime, like lifetime partner. This says forever. So don't let the things of your past hold you back from moving towards your future. Because even if it's hard to do the work, what you are going to be able to walk into and towards because you did the work is not only going to be healing for you, but it's just going to open up a whole nother like realm of opportunity. So since this romance card came out, I'm going to do a romance oracle for you. Let's see what comes out. What can you tell me for fire signs? For Aries, Leo, Sag. Look, see? Did I not say something about trust issues? Didn't I say that earlier? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So possibly something from your past has made you feel like you can't trust something in your future. And Spirit is saying, yes, you can. We also have worth waiting for and honeymoon. And what did I say? You had romance and forever. And I said it could be a romance of a lifetime, right? But you have to be able to trust the situation and trust that, and trust in divine timing, but also trust that this is something, for whoever this is for, this is something you may have had to wait for, Maybe it's taken a while for this to come to fruition. Maybe because we had these forgiveness cards earlier. So if you felt like you couldn't trust somebody in your past, if they come back to you saying they've changed, yes, they have to earn respect, and trust is earned. However, this seems like somebody may be coming forward asking for forgiveness for something they did in the past. Possibly you weren't able to trust them. And maybe some of that inner work, maybe it wasn't even something that's that far back in the past. Maybe it's something that's in the recent past. But that's the thing that actually needs healing, and trusting that this is something that can last a lifetime and could end up in marriage too. But knowing that, and you have to do what you feel is best to do. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it sounds like whoever this is for, whoever this is resonating for, that you need to hear the person out. They need to come forth and show you that they've changed. You guys need to work on whatever you need to work on to heal whatever the possible issues were of the past, and trust that moving forward that things can work out. Because it seems like it is something that, thank you, Spirit just showed me this again, is fated. So maybe this person didn't realize in the past that this was a fated connection. That this was, remember I said that number 7 that was in there, that this was a very spiritual connection. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't realize. And then maybe something has caused them to awaken. And something has them realizing that they did something wrong in the past that now they're wanting to come forward and ask for forgiveness for. And this is, Spirit is telling you to trust, to hear them out. It's up to you what you decide to do. But if this is resonating with you, there is some sort of vision here. There is some sort of new beginning also, and some sort of growth that's going to come out of this if it hasn't already. And maybe there's even more growth. Obviously, if there was something that was painful that somebody needs to ask for forgiveness for, then this is something now that after this healing, it's, see this bloom. It's like a harvest. Ready? It's like almost like you'll be able to, if you can work through this and know that you guys can trust each other moving forward, that this is something that can be extremely fruitful. So that is the message I have for you guys. And please leave a comment if this resonates with you. And I hope that this message brought you healing, and sending you so much love and light. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great week.